Okay, guys. So today I'm doing different type of live stream, and just want to give some few updates on a few things. Number one, we are talking about the year 2024, and is the year 2024. We are looking forward to something. Uh, for those who applied for the diversity visa lottery last year, that means in October 2023, and that which we called the DV 2025. The results will be out very, very soon. We are doing some few countdown. The results obviously is going to be in the month of May, and to be exact, it will be on Saturday on May 4th. What does that mean? Now it is in the middle of the February, so then we have the full month of March and the full month of April. So if you count down, we are just about 70 days, 75 days left for the diversity visa lottery results to be out. So if that is the time left, obviously people have been wondering, am I going to be one among the people to be selected? I usually tell people that when you apply for the diversity visa lottery, don't put all eggs in one basket. After applying for the diversity visa lottery, yes, you hope that you are going to win, but sometimes certain things are going to be out of your control. Certain things are going to be way, way out of your control. You leave to God. Yes, there are some reasons might cause you not to win, but there are some reasons people must not win because you are not the only person who applied for the diversity visa lottery. Dream to go overseas, no matter what, you have to go beyond that. You have to make sure that you look also for other ways. What other ways you think that might be able to help you? If you are a student, will it be possible for you to look for the education as one of the ways to relocate from one country to another? And in case, let's say you have the qualifications to apply for jobs, try to look for jobs too. If you are able to look for visiting visa, you know someone and you'll be able to help you with the things related to the visiting visa, just use that way too. So don't use just one way. Focus on one way only. Is the only method to say that I must go there and you just wait for the lottery. While the lottery is good, but there is no guarantee that you are going to win. So that is what I want to tell people to focus about. But also, life should continue. Whether you are coming to America, whether you are going to Europe, whether you are going to Canada, no matter what if you don't get that opportunity at all? The best way is just to find a way to yourself to excel. Whether you are in Ghana, tell me where you are right now, where you are watching. I see someone is in Dubai and he is asking if he can be able to apply for work visa. Is only having high school. So try to find ways. I'm giving an example. Let's say you just graduated with a bachelor degree. Yes, you might not maybe get a scholarship. Yes, you might not get the work visa direct. But have you looked for other ways to get jobs? Let's say, or to volunteer with United Nations. UN has volunteering opportunities within Africa or going to Asia, going to other countries. That is one of the opportunities to look about or to focus on. Okay, there are internships. World Bank has internships. UN has internships. Look for those internships. Someone is asking, Can you educate? Can you educate? Can you educate me about college scholarship? I'm on M1 visa from Kenya. Number one, when you talk about scholarship, you are talking for someone to give you money. That's what you are talking about. And in order to get a scholarship, for someone to give you money, you must meet the qualifications. So I don't know, first of all, what level of education you have. Patrick Mungai, you were asking that question. I need to know your educational level. I need to know your results so that I can advise you. But again, the scholarship, there is a timeline to apply. You cannot say, oh, now it is just the month of February, I want to get a scholarship right now. There are no scholarship right now if you are already here in school. Let's say you are applying to start the new academic year in August as fall. So it depends, first of all, you're already here on M1. Like, what is education level? Because remember, the scholarships are given based on the academic performance as number one requirement, is merit based. So my advice will be, you can find your way, go to my website, ebmschools.com, and to book for an appointment. We can have the meeting. I can see your certificates and advise you what you can be able to do if you want to find the scholarships, or what are your chances, because M1 visa is a visa you are coming here not to pursue degree. It's just a professional, or either get certification or get a certain type of education, but not intending to get a degree like a community college degree, associate degree, or bachelor degree, or PhD, or masters, things of that nature. Another person is Seriko says, next month I'll come to USA. You are so much welcome. Another person is asking, do you recommend Empower loans? Yes and no. I'm not going to endorse the, for me, it's just like any type of student loan, I don't recommend it unless otherwise it is a must. I don't know the payment structure of the Empower personal, so I don't want to say that, yes, I recommend. But even if it's a government, US government, where they give you the student loan, I don't advise the student loan, personal. It's just better to find a way to get scholarships if you qualify for scholarships. But if you don't, you do what it takes. If you think that if coming through Empower will help me to get that visa, student visa, and arriving here as a student and to get education, you do what you can be able to do, as long as I know it's legal way, as long as that way. But in a normal way, will I be able to take that option myself? No. Myself, I'm not going to take that way because I have other options. But if you don't have any other options, there is no problem to take that type of loan. Okay, I see Abubakar is watching from South Africa. Do you recommend someone in the 40s to take Empower loans that takes 10 years to repay? Yeah, as I said, it depends on what you want to accomplish in your life. What is the purpose for you to get that education? What is your current level of education? Let's say if you have good education, already you have bachelor degree with good results, better to find a school in Germany which is free and just find the living expenses than taking the loan of $50,000 and you're supposed to pay in 10 years. Even the student loan in the United States takes more than 10 years. So depending on how much they're going to give you the loan and why you want that type of loan to come to, what do you want to accomplish if you come to America or through Empower loans. But if that is you think that it will be one of the way to get to what you want to do, because there's some people that take that Empower loan, once they come here, they study hard, they work so hard, they are able to pay that loan and to get extra money. So depending on, I'm not saying I'm against the loan, but if you have other ways, don't take the loan. But if that is the only way to get the education you are looking for, there is no any other way, then you take the loan. Can the view winners from Africa have small numbers? Yes. Yes. I've seen someone with the number 5 from Africa. number 22, number 25, whatever, less than 50 from Africa. Less than 1,000, there are so many from Africa too. Yeah, so yesterday there was a little bit of the snow here, so that's why you can see how it is, but it is extremely cold. Even if there is sun this way, it is -3 right now. -3, and my mistake, I left home without wearing gloves. So my hands are in so much trouble. Can you join the US Army while you are on the visiting visa? No, you can't. You must have a permanent residency status. You must be a green card holder in order to apply and get admitted to the military. There was one program a couple years ago, many years ago. It was called the MAVNI program. That program used to allow someone who is in the US, but you must be here for 2 years. Even if you are not a green card holder, they are allowed to give you to join. But that program was, Obama entered that program 2015. Before Obama left the office, he entered that program. Trump 2020 started the process to bring that program, but unfortunately, he was not the president 2021, so that program is not back in the office. It's not back. So if Trump wins, maybe that program will be able to come back. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, any other question? I was planning to take just a short live catching up, but maybe tomorrow I'll be on my computer and do the live stream from the computer. That's usually I'm very much comfortable to do live on the computer. Sir, can someone apply community college with low grades like D? Yes and no. Some community colleges might be able to allow you, some might not, they might not accept you. So what you need to do is just to apply. If one says no, you apply to another community college. This is the fire station, and the following there is a police office. So we just live not far from home, from all these kind of things. And because it's the weekend, there are no more cars on the road, so, and it's cold outside. So which branch of the military do you advise for someone if you want to join the military? Personally, I would advise someone to either join the US Navy or Air Force. Those are the two I recommend. The reason I recommend is because, number one, their training is very easy. That's number one. Number two, the overall lifestyle is easier. Even the hazardous part, like the situation where when you get deployed, most likely you are not going to be into the war zone many times, unless otherwise you are specific type of job, like you are Navy SEAL, or you are SWIC, or you are some sort of working as medical part. You can go to be deployed into the war zone, but in a normal way, it's easy part for me to advise someone to do the Navy or Air Force than joining Army or Marines, where from the training point of view to the lifestyle is a fully active, full, no joke life. Yeah. My wife applied for the DV, but she has only Ugandan O level. What are our options if you win? If you win before you do anything, find a way you can. And unfortunately, I received the email from Uganda. One person has O level in Uganda, lucky, but went for the vocation I'll show you how to fill the work experience properly so that you can be able to use work experience as the way of going through the embassy. How long does it take for a green card lottery winner to get a job? It can take about 2 weeks, the process, because once you arrive in the US, you can get your social security number within 2 weeks. After receiving your social security number, it's just you and how many times you apply. And the way to apply jobs, there are different ways. Number one, what you can do will be, number one will be like applying direct to the Indeed, to the job post. Number two, you can go to the actual stores. They post there, we are hiring. Number three, you can go through the staffing agents. So within 2 weeks to 3 weeks, if you are faster and you are depending on the location where you are, you will be able to get a job. For instance, if you come to Belton, where I live, it's easy. There are so many job centers or so many opportunities around. So you cannot stay more than 3 weeks without a job. Is it possible to get 2 jobs where you work total of 13 to 14 hours per day? And how much one expect to earn as starter if you are a DV lottery winner? Most of the jobs, if you come here, they are starting, you can get paid $15 and above. Most of the jobs. The challenge now, people see all these illegal immigrants are coming now. Those people, if they get a job, they can be working even for $5 under the table. But basically, most of the jobs nowadays, they are $15 and above. That is the minimum pay for many areas. Most of the states, they have $10, $12 as a minimum job requirement. How much you can pay is low, would be maybe $12. But the labor market, nobody is going to apply a job which is $12. Majority of people, they'll get at least $15 per hour. Yes, you are able to get 2 jobs to work 14 hours, but one job will work 8 hours, and another one you can work either part-time or another one you can work as full-time too. It's up to you. As long as when you find those jobs, you can find the jobs which are not too far apart. That means you finish from one job to go to another one will be easier for you to go. Okay. So you can make $15 to $20 per hour depending on the jobs. Brazil, say hello. That's great. Thanks for your EBM for your answer. Let's love from Uganda. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the park where there are so many soccer fields here. Someone is asking, EBM scholars, have you considered establishing a hosting home? I was planning to do that, but the challenge I had was there was home. I was planning to buy a second home, but I didn't get it on time, so I haven't started. That is one of the goals, to have a hosting center, whatever, like apartment-wise. I'll do that, but not at the time, because of it involves some of the income, some of the processing behind. What is the cost of a baby daycare? It depends on the age, but the younger the baby, the more expensive it becomes. So if you have a child of let's say 1 month, it will be more expensive than the child who is 3 years old. But average, the cheapest will be $1,000. It can go up to 2,000. Most of the places. So if you have younger children, Oh man, I have to check if there is water here. I didn't expect to come this far. So that is the challenge I'm having now. I was thinking that I would be making a short video, that's all. I don't know if there is water here. So basically it will be about, oh man, I don't know if there is water. Oh. No, the fountain doesn't produce water, so let me walk home now because I'm very thirsty and it's extremely cold here. So daycare is one of the big things. I usually, if someone comes with the children, I usually advise those people to find a way. Maybe if your husband and wife, one will work during the day, one will work during the night. Instead of going to work all those hours and you are going to pay someone else 1,500 to check your child, that money you can be able to use yourself if you are coordinating the time well with someone. Or sometimes if you know another immigrant, for instance, you can plan maybe which hours your child will be staying to their house, and then when you come back you help their children, so you don't pay for child care, and both you are able to work certain type of hours. So there are certain ways you can be able to do that, and that will be a good way to do, or good way to go about. Hello. And another way you can be able to do another way will be yourself to find a way to establish a just like a daycare to your own home. So instead of going to work somewhere, you can help to take care of other children in the neighborhood. At the same time, you get paid for that service you're providing. Oh, someone is watching from Komoro. In the year 2020, I got a job. That job originally was supposed to be going to Ghana. Later they changed the location to be Botswana. And the final, they watched all the videos about Komoro, and it was so fascinating country. But because of the COVID, so that was bad. So now I could be in Komoro maybe. Okay. Starting hosting family EBM is a good job though. I know and I understand, but there are so many other things you have to consider and certain regulations. Because there are laws requiring certain things. So I have to be careful when I'm going to do that. I have to involve so many things, yeah. Can I have one-on-one consultation with you tomorrow so that I'll be able to submit my education qualifications? You verify. Yeah, so just go to my website and you can be able to just automatically choose the time and everything, and you can pay with the Visa card if it's $30 or $50, whatever you want, and then I can have notification, and then you can have the meeting right away. Let Love Read is watching from Ghana. Brazen is watching from Sudan. Watching from Dubai. I've never been to Dubai outside. Julius. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Is there any chance? Okay. Rebecca Nanduga say 1,000 a month or a weekly. For daycare, that 1,000 is a month. Just assume each hour someone is watching your child will pay between $8, $10, $12 per hour. So how many hours someone is watching your child in a week times a month? That's how it is. Okay. Brothers then is there any chance of South Sudanese who applied for the DV lottery application will win because last year less number of people were selected? No. Winning doesn't matter whether that country has fewer winners or has more winners. To win, each country has equal chance of winning. But the problem is there are countries that has more applicants and there are some countries that have fewer applicants. So if you go, let's say Botswana, or you go to Eswatini, Swaziland, it has maybe fewer number of applicants. So you might find they have 5 winners. But if you go to Congo, maybe they have 3. So if you have less, because you have less number of winners, no. Okay. Julius, karibu Dubai kaka, asante sana. Oh man. Okay. What is the nearest university to Belton for a computer science students like me who interested in masters in computer science? So the universities which are close by, the bigger one is University of Missouri and University of Kansas. Those are the big ones. So, but there are branches. Yeah, but University of Missouri basically will be the one which are bigger universities. How can someone get an evaluation of their degree in order to join military if one started university in his home country but didn't finish but he completed 2 years? So usual, I don't know about now, previously the military themselves will go and do the evaluation for you. That's when they did it for me. For even if I have bachelor from Tanzania, I had a master's from US, they wanted to evaluate the bachelor. So on themselves, they did that one. But if they want you to evaluate, they can tell you specific agents to use if you have to do by yourself. How do you know your case number after winning the DV lottery? Once the results are out and you are told you have been the winner, that winning letter, which we call the first notification letter, will be assigned a number. That number will start with a fiscal year number, like 2025. Then region where you are from, if it's Asia, will be AS. If it's Africa, is AF. If it is Europe, EU, and so forth, Oceania, OC. And then it has the number, 0000, then there is number. So the number, case number, you will be assigned. And it doesn't mean that if you are the first one to see the results and you are the winner, you have a small case number. No. The numbers are randomly generated to each person. And they are assigned, whether you check it today, whether you check it tomorrow, whether you check it after 5 weeks, is the same number will be assigned. So there are some people are lucky to have a small number. There are people are not so lucky, they have extreme, very, very high number, which will not be reached for the interview time, which is a bad thing to happen for some people. You win, but you are not going to have a chance to appear on the interview. Okay. Let me cross the road. This car, usually on Christmas time, they are going to put a lot of Christmas trees, Christmas lights. So usually it's there for that particular purpose. Can you book for the medicals and the visa interviews at the same time? First of all, you are not the one who is booking for the interview. The KCC will email you that you have been assigned the day for the interview. Then yourself, you'll call the medical assigned physician in your country to book for the medical. But usually when you are told when is the interview is, you have 4 to 6 weeks in between to prepare for the medical. For those who don't have relatives in the USA to get affidavit of support, they can buy, can they buy it? And how much does it cost? Do you have any idea? I don't know. I know there are some people, you can find a friend, can be able to do that. Some people, they say, give me 100, 200, 500, depending to a person. But personal, I don't do the affidavit of support. But there are some people, depending on how you know or how they want to help you, they can be able to help you even for free. Some can say they need a certain type of money, 1,000, 500, 200, whatever you agree with that person. Because the person is trying to help, but needs to get paid. So it's just you and the person to negotiate if that person will be able to do for how much. I've seen people, I've done this one time, but it was not through green card. I helped someone for the application. It was the green card by marriage, was my classmate. So I didn't charge the person because I know the person. But usually I don't do that on my end. My brother applied for the DV lottery, but no work experience. He has only ordinary level certificate. If he wins, can he be given the visa? No, unless otherwise he can improve the work experience. That's why I usually tell people, don't rush to fill the work experience if you know you don't have the work experience. Have a meeting with me and I'll guide you to help you to fill the work experience part. What are the best advices you can give to a newcomer to directly go to school or work first? First of all, in order to get money and to pay for your school fees, I'll advise the person to go to work first. Because the problem is when you come here, day one, and you want to go to work, to go to school, what are you going to study? Majority of the time, you do not know the regulations, you do not know the lifestyle. You come with the mind that this type of course, this type of program pays a lot in your country. But your country is Uganda, your country is Ghana. This is not Uganda, this is not Tanzania, this is not Kenya, this is United States of America. That's number one. Number two, are you going to study something in order to get more money, or you are going to study something to get from your passion? The problem is some people, they come here from day one, and sometimes they start focusing more, oh, I have to become a nurse, because every immigrant want to become a nurse. No. Unless otherwise you know for sure what you want to do, yes. But I don't advise you to come here and just start going to school, take a student loan. No, don't do that. Just come here, start working. Get money, get your apartment, get your affairs in order, then you can go to school. And the school, it depends. Do you want to go to school to get a degree? Remember, in US, degree is not a big deal like in Africa. Masters is not a big deal like in Africa. Here is not. You can go to a school just to become a truck driver. You can go to school to get a specific license for, you want to do the real estate. So don't assume that if I come to America, I have to get a degree, that's why to feel better. People don't care. You can go to school to become an electrician. Someone who's doing electric here or is doing plumbing in the US can make more money than someone who with a master's degree. So that's how it is. So depending on what you want to accomplish, but don't jump quickly to go to school without starting you don't have an apartment to stay. You don't have even whatever transportation. So start working, pay your own bills, become independent first. Then school will come second. What are the best advices? Okay, I've answered that one. Can you book apartment after winning the DV lottery so that when I come, I go direct? Yes and no. The no part is because some of the apartments, they cannot just give you a place to stay. They need to have your social security number. You don't have social. They need some apartments, they need to have security deposit. Some apartments, they need to have you to have a certain number of credit score. You don't have those one. So that's the challenge. So that's why it's better, like you can ask someone, they can host you for a week or two, wherever you can go, but you can go and book you can sign up lease for the apartment where you are from, and you already signed 1 year lease, you arrive here, that place is very far from bus stop, and you don't have any transportation. How are you going to start working? You cannot go and breach the contract and just run away. So it's better to arrive first. Find even if you're going to, that's why it's better to find this even a person. Can I stay at your place for a week, 2 weeks, for a month? Even if I'll pay you, so that once you are here, you can see how far from the bus stop, how far from job locations. Don't just jump, oh, any place in America can stay. No. Is it closer to the jobs? Where I live here, there are no buses around where I live. But the job location, if I walk 15 minutes, 30 minutes from where I live, I go to Walmart. I go to Starbucks. I go to all these stores around me within 30 minutes of walking. So you still, even if there is no bus stop, you can be able to do that. So don't just jump to a place I wanted to go and get an apartment before considering other factors. Okay. Apparently, your confirmation number helps you to know if you have won the yes. Confirmation number helps you to see the results, and once you win the confirmation number, in collaboration with the case number, you use them to log in the DS260 to fill the form. Do I have to certify both high school, my high school certificate? The one with the results, that's the one they certify. Depending, first of all, which country. Each country has different regulations. The embassy have different regulations. In Tanzania, they don't want to certify anything. They want to just see a copy. In Kenya, they want to certify. So, I don't know, they will specify. But if they say you certify, they don't specify how many, certify both. Plumber and hardware, which country is this? United States. I'm in the US. This is the state of Missouri, in a small city of Belton. I live in Belton. It's a small town, about 22,000 people. Is it possible for someone like you living in the US book apartment for the view? Yeah, when they say the address, you can ask someone. For me, if you ask my address, but you don't come to stay with me at my apartment, my house, I have no problem. I don't charge someone to use my address. But you're not coming to stay at my house. That's all. So that is possible. You can use someone's address in order to fill the DS260, and when the social or the card or whatever goes to that address, whatever it is, that's possible. But don't need to rent an apartment just to get the address. You can use someone's you trust the address, even if you're not going to stay in that particular address. I know more than 30 people for the DV winners have used my address so far, but they don't live with me. Can someone pay this school fees just with the job check? Yes. Remember, when you are a green card holder, you pay the fees as a resident of that country. There is tuition fees for a resident, there is a tuition fees for non-resident, and there is tuition fees for international student. So if you go to the community college, if you are a US citizen or green card holder in that particular state, you must pay for 4 months $2,000. Obviously, you're able to pay that one if you work. And still you can get some grants from the government. Can I apply F1 student and apply for the DV lottery? Yes, you can do that. Okay. Can someone fill the DS2 with your ID? No, unless others has so many things. Like someone needs to have your birth details. Someone needs to have your confirmation number. Someone needs to have the case number. If they have those, all the three, yes, they can be able to log in. What is the minimum time to interview after winning the DV lottery? To have interview. Okay, that depends on. Okay, then they mail the home. That depends with the your case number. The case number is the one determining. Case number is the one determining when you will be able to do the interview. The smaller the number, the earlier the interview. The longer the number, you wait longer too. Okay. Okay, let me see the other question. I've been doing this for longer now. So let me see. Okay. Can I still do the church wedding even if I did the civil for the sake of the DV? And yes and no, you do the only thing they don't care about the church wedding, what they care is the government certificate. That's what they care. You need to have the government wedding certificate. That's what they care. Okay. Oh man, let me change the. Oh, it's so cold, so I have to go back inside. Okay, am I a green card holder? How can I bring my fiancé here without becoming a citizen first? Number one is, as a green card holder, you cannot bring your fiancé. You must go and get married first, and his sponsor will be a green card holder sponsoring his wife. A green card holder cannot bring a fiancé visa, a fiancé through fiancé visa. No, it's not. A US citizen can do that. But a green card holder, you have to get married first and then bring that person. Can you do another tracking video with Shabani Mwampambe and also remind him to open a YouTube channel? He has just opened a YouTube channel, Shabani, but the problem is he posted just one short video, like about 1-2 minutes. He has never posted any other video. That's the problem. Joshua will say, why are you discouraging people from acquiring student loan? My friend applied for F1 with a loan letter. I didn't say I'm discouraging by that way. I said, if you don't have any other option, yes. I don't discourage even if you get a government loan, US student loan. Do you know the interest of the student loan? So if you have other option, don't take the loan. In the student loan, for instance, here in the US, I'm giving an example. You can be given $50,000, but they have what we call compound interest. How much money in the end are you going to pay back? If you, if you have to get it, you get it. But I don't advise that to be the first option. Because in the end, the student loan, whether it's from the US government, whether it's from the individual company, it's a lot. And they get a lot of interest. You pay, you borrow 50,000. When you pay 150,000. That's how it is. It's just like, even like we buy a car through a loan. But if you have cash, do you need to buy a car with a loan? No. But if that's the option, you do that one. Esther is asking, what about giving him a visitor visa and then we get married here? If you get married here, still it doesn't. So he has to. The person must get the visitor visa first. If he's here and let's say if it's a student visa or is under work visa, there is no problem you're going to get married. But when you sponsor that person, they are not going to give the work permit like if a citizen is sponsoring. If myself, for say, I get married to a foreigner, and the foreigner is in the US, while he's waiting for the green card, they will give the work permit and all other kind of things. But if you're a green card holder, you get married, and your wife or your husband is here in the US, he's not going to be given work permit because he's just married to a green card holder. We'll wait as if he's outside, but because he's here, that person must have any other immigration status to stay here. If he's a student, we'll continue to be a student until the green card is approved. And the process takes about 2 years. If my son turned 21 after winning the DV lottery, will he be allowed to interview with me or will he be cancelled? If you apply, the child is 20, and now it's 21, and you won the DV lottery, the child will still be considered is 20, and he will come with you to the US if you are the DV lottery winner. So they're not going to say this person is 21, is above. No, at the time of application was 20. Even if it will be one day before, is still 20, will be allowed to come with you. We are waiting for the DV lottery results on May 4th, 2024, which will be on Saturday, by the way. May be selected. This is my 4th time applying. All the best. Time Changes TV. Joshua, thank you. Now I understand your explanation about the student loans. Yes. Why do you in the US student loan, even if you go bankrupt, they don't take out the student loan? For instance, this is the house I purchased through the home loan. I paid the loan is 157. You pay for 30 years. Do you think in 30 years I'll pay that amount? In 30 years I'll pay about 400,000, more than what but we don't have option. But if you have option of paying extra more, you reduce. So if you get a student loan, and the student loan, let's say, is 10,000, they say you have 10 years to pay. If you take that student loan 10 years, take the minimum payment times 10 years, you'll find you have paid it 2 or 3 times more. But if you don't have the option, you do that. But if you have that option, you find a way to pay faster. What do you think about timber house and traditional brick and mortar house here in Africa? There is a company here in Uganda encouraging people to build timber houses like in the US. What do you think? Myself, one time I was wondering myself one time, what about the timber houses, that kind of houses? The problem is certain type of bugs we have in Africa, which they're going to destroy the foundation. They're going to destroy the house. Over here in the US, we don't have those type of bugs. And plus, obviously, with this winter, every type of animal, whatever the bug, whatever, they go to, I don't know in Uganda, how do you call them? But there are certain type of ants, certain type of bug, they can just go and destroy the entire wood, the entire thing. So if you have a way to prevent that one, or you're in an area you don't have those kind of bugs or type of ants, that's good, you can be able to do because it's cheaper than doing the other way. Made with Nicholas, is this green card genuine? Me and my wife have tried and applied it twice without success. Green card lottery is genuine. It's lottery. Just like any other lottery, there is no guarantee of winning. That's why I usually tell people apply, but also find other ways to succeed your goals. There is no guarantee you're going to win. That car you see, that car, the other one is there. That is the car of my nephew. I stay with him here. He won the DV lottery. Yeah, so it's real because I applied for him and he won the DV lottery. Can someone who is the passport isn't ready or out yet fill the DV with his ID? You can fill by your ID, but they cannot. I mean, you can just fill that one, but it doesn't change anything. You need to have a passport, because in the end, if they schedule for the visa interview, you go with your ID, you are denied the visa. They need to have your passport. So you can fill that form, even if you can on the passport you can put any fake number. But once you get the passport, you have to go to update, you have to change before they schedule for the interview. Esther say, thank you so much. You are doing a great job. I won the DV Lottery 2021 and I'm here in the US and it's been amazing so far. I still watch you and your advice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Esther. And if you want to do interview with me, please email me, ebm@ebm Scholars. We can coordinate the interview and you can share to other people your experience here in the US as DV Lottery winner. Because there's someone like here said, doesn't believe that if it's true because hasn't seen many people. Yes, Rebecca, you put the, you say termites are so many here in Africa. Yes. Here we have, but it's not the problem like in Africa. There are so much they can destroy the entire thing. That's the problem of having information from you. Jacqueline say, having from you, I applied for my niece with my phone and she won, coming down there in three was time. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much, Jacqueline, for sharing that one. I usually tell people, just check the information, use your phone, use your computer, use your tablet, whatever it is, as long as you do correctly. If God wants you to win, you'll win. You don't need it to EBM or so and so has to apply for you. No, it's God who decides you to win and you'll be the winner. Mr. EBM, how do you advise someone to go to Alabama or Mississippi after winning the DV Lottery? Are they good states to live? For me, I say they are good states to start life because they are very, very cheap, very, very affordable. There are some people that might say no because there are so many black people there. I don't know. But for me, when I came to America, I started with the cheapest state. Among the poorest states in America, Alabama, Mississippi, West Virginia, whatever those states. So I started with West Virginia. And for me, I liked to start with a very small state, personal, because it gave me the slow pace to learn a lot of things faster. So that when I moved to California, a year later, I was already into, not like I arrived the first time and then I'm getting confused. I was already have the orientation, good orientation in smaller states and the cheaper, affordable states. Like for me, like if you tell me, choose to live between New York and Alabama, I'll choose Alabama. Can I have your contact, please? I have a question about the DV Lottery. The question you have to send it through the email. Go to my website. I'm using the phone, so I cannot type or show on the screen. But if you go ebmscholars.com on the website, you will see my email. Joining the military, do he apply? Okay, what is that question? Can someone have troubles if he won the DV Lottery as a single without a child, but after winning he's got a child, but didn't notice that the embassy because he was afraid to be denied? Okay, if you apply, you don't have a child. That means, let's say, is a woman is just pregnant. You don't have a child. But if a child is born after applying, you'll be given the visa. The problem is the child is alive today. Today is the day to apply the DV Lottery. You didn't apply with your child, but you have a child. Yes, if you add that child, you'll be denied the visa. But if a child was born after November, the deadline of the DV Lottery application, you are allowed to bring that child. You are allowed to be given the visa with that child. Joshua said, hello, EBM. How is it possible for F1 student changing the status after graduation? Thank you. If you are F1 student, you finish you graduate. So let's say you are a graduate associate, bachelor or master's, you can apply for the OPT. First of all, you get 1 year of employment, professional employment. So you have to be tricky here. When you go to find these type of jobs, find jobs which the employer will be able to sponsor you. There are some of the companies are sponsorship-friendly companies. So if you apply there, even if they pay low, they will sponsor you for green card. So the employer will help you to change either from F1 to H1 to work visa, or from F1, they can sponsor you to green card direct. So that is one of the way. Or the fastest way, get married. Kazmil Faustine, thanks EBM. I really appreciate what you are doing for us. Thank you. There is an app you said that you post job opportunities and we needed to download and subscribe for 5. The problem is I have a very big problem with the developer. And now I'm going to cancel the app. I'm going to, like, it has been a disaster. The developer is finishing something, then the system, I mean the Android, they change certain requirements. So it has been a disaster with the developer. So far I want to move people from, I want to cancel the app completely, because unless otherwise I have to open the brand new app based on American system. But because the app was developed to help people from Africa and the payment system I used the African systems, it has been a disaster so far. But now there is one, if you go to my EBN scores, there is one community, which is an American company. You can use the app or the web-based. That is what I'm planning to focus more than my personal app, because that app, the developer has been a disaster. Some days it cannot be is offline, some is online. It has been a disaster. Do you know any review winner who have only high school degree? Oh, so many. So many winners, they have just high school. Rosemary, I'm worried to come there. The money per hour is small. How to handle life expenses, because the money you have to pay is small. Where are you, Rosemary, where are you? Where do you live? When you say money per hour is small, depending on how much you make over there. So each person has different experiences. So you want to tell me $15 per hour to start life in the US? If the more you stay here, the more you work here, after 1 year you can get $20, $25 per hour. Okay, depending on which country you are from. But for me, I don't care which country, but unless otherwise I'm in Africa and I get a lot of good money and I have my own business, for instance, that's good for you. But yeah. Jacqueline asking for my niece, what is the best job for her? She's coming in 3 weeks' time. So I don't know what she wants to accomplish, but when you come here at the beginning, most of the jobs will be warehouse, most of them. Personal, I prefer someone who comes in here new. Don't go to the customer service, you go to McDonald's and you start receiving the phone orders online. You'll be stressed out. Find the jobs most in the warehouse. Warehouses, they can pay, and most of the warehouses are just normal jobs. It can be cleaning, can be arranging boxes, can be packing some stuff. That will be the start. If you get Amazon, Amazon is good. Amazon, they start with $16 with 100% health insurance coverage if you get Amazon. But apart from that, just get any warehouse to start. While you are doing that one, start developing what you want to accomplish. What is your passion? If you want to real estate, find a way on how to improve in real estate. If you want to do the bookkeeping, look at bookkeeping type. If you want, so from what, because you have to start any job, as long as it's legal, to get the money to start your own life, first of all. Then slowly, you are starting developing the interest on what you are able to do, what you like to do, and so forth. Scholar say, hi bro, I'm Faris from Kigoma. So if you have to apply, and for those who do not know, Kigoma is my hometown, where I was born, where I was raised, is Kigoma in Tanzania. If you have to apply with the whole family and win the result for the DV lottery, but due to economy, may I allow to apply myself and leave myself and leave the dependent in Tanzania, whatever? Yes, you are allowed to do that. What is the basic salary for the US soldier? Frank Mbona. So the salary is like this way. Whether you are Navy, Army, Marines, whatever. Let's say you start, so there is a rank. There is E1, E2, E3, and above. So let's start with E3. E3 salary will be 2,000, about 2,000, 2,500, whatever. 2,000, 2,500 US dollar per month. Then they give you the money for food, about 300, 400 now. While I was there, it was about 300. And then you are getting housing. So if you are single, you are given the room into barracks. But if you have a family, you are given money to go to find a house for yourself. So the money will depend on the region where you live, the cost of living. If you live in California, it will be 2,000 and above. If you live like in Missouri, it will be 1,500. So you get that one. The housing money, food allowance, uniform allowance, all those are not taxable. The only one is going to be taxable is the actual salary, which is about 2,000. So average, a person, if you look out, so no matter whether you are single, whether you are whatever, so average is about 4,000 going to 5,000, depending on other things. And if you speak another language, for instance, while I was there, I speak Swahili. I took the exam for Swahili. I was paid $500 more each month just because I know Swahili language. Language professions pay. I just want to know if someone with the primary level can qualify for the visa. You qualify to apply, but winning, you can win. But to get the visa, you must show that you have 2 years of qualifying work experience. You need to charge for this information you give. This is more than a consultant service. That's why, I mean, we are trying ourselves to give the overall information, but if someone needs specifically, we charge them. Like, okay, 1 hour you pay maybe this amount, whatever. Thank you so much for appreciating media education with Nicholas. Thank you so much. We appreciate. Myself, when I came to America, there are no such information. So we are trying to make it the basics so that people can avoid these mistakes. But even if you come here, it's better to get this type of paid consultation. A professional start is helping. Do children under 12 years do medicals? Yes. Even if he's 1 year old, he must do the medical. Faustina is asking in Swahili, is in Dar es Salaam. Someone is saying he's in Dar es Salaam, was in Form 4 education, and he was given the visa. Was not asked about the what? About the work experience. This is how it is. In Tanzania, there is standard 1 to standard 7, 7 years. There is Form 1 to Form 4, 4 years. That's 11 years. 11 years is not high school. But if you go to the embassy, if you find someone who's nice, will give you the visa. But by law, you are supposed to be denied the visa if you are applying green card holder with a Form 4 in Tanzania. The same way for Uganda, if you're going with Form 4, you are be denied. But in Kenya, Form 4 is high school because the primary school is 4 years, 8 years, and then Form 1 to Form 4 makes you 12 years. Any hope for the DV winners with 47,000? Oh yes, 47,000 is a guarantee will be interviewed. Most likely will be July, end of June or July. That's obviously a guarantee to be interviewed. My nephew was having 48,800 in something number and was interviewed. Can a green card holder petition for his siblings, relatives to US? Yes, but it takes many, many years. It can take up to 10 years. Because even a US citizen, it takes, I don't know, 3 to 4 years, I don't know. If I petition for my sister, my brother, yeah. Okay, my phone charger is almost gone. It's just like, I don't know, 9%. And you can see my hands is just already, even to open is just difficult now. Because it's almost -1, -2 Celsius degrees. What are my chances of getting fully funded master's scholarship through you? It depends on your qualifications. First of all, I have to know your results. I have to know your work experience. That's number 1. Number 2, if you do the professional test, is a guarantee. So without knowing those one, I cannot tell you. But if I know your results and your background, I have the meeting with you, I'll be able to know what are your chances. Okay, I have to sign out everyone because the charger is almost gone and I have very, very low percent and also it's so cold outside here. So I'm planning to end this one. My plan was just to be here for a few minutes, whatever. So if any person is looking for full funded scholarships If any person is looking for work visa, if any person is looking for community college and you want me to help you with that one, there are professional service for paying. So, but go to my website, ebmschools.com. You can see my email there. You can book appointment there. You can see the service you want and let me know. And what are those levels? E1, E2, E3 in the US. It's just like a private and 1V, 2V, 3V, whatever, like how we have in Africa. Someone has 1V. Someone is private, that means has no rank at all, whatever. Kind of that. So thank you so much, each and everyone. I really appreciate you to be spending time here. Until next time, signing out.